What's going on, Kicks fam? It's your boy Big Maul back again with another review. Today we're gonna review the ISPA FLOW. Now previously we've reviewed the Road Warrior right there, and we reviewed the Overreact. This is technically it's the fourth in the series, because they also had sandals that came out. I didn't cop the sandals. I didn't really see the point in the sandals. The sandals were pretty much the Overreact shoe, but you could, like, I don't know, water could get inside them. They're kind of like a sandal, like a Jesus sandal. I didn't cop those. Maybe later on I'll cop those to complete the collection, but I was focused more so on the shoes themselves. So before we get into this review, make sure that you go ahead and slap that subscribe button. Make sure you comment, make sure you like, make sure you share. We're gonna keep the channel going. Without further ado, let's get into the review. So here we have the box, the ISPA box. Again, for those who don't know, ISPA stands for Improvise, Scavenge, Protect, and Adapt. The box is supposed to be pretty much like a recyclable box. It's really the same box that all of these are coming in. It has the Nike ISPA signature there. So the size is 11, got it in my size, but it reads Nike FLOW 2020 ISPA in color Spruce Aura Black. Now this here is the paper that it comes with, and I believe on this paper, I can't remember if on my other ones, this is the only paper I've gotten that's intact. It's kind of crazy, maybe because it's such thin paper, or the type of recyclable, biodegradable paper that is made with. It tears really easily. I'm not sure, but anyway, so here we have the ISPA Nike FLOW 2020. So here we have, I'm not sure why they're calling them 2020. They're the only ones, I believe, with a date on them. Maybe they previously came out with a FLOW before. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments if they did. I'm not sure. But now these came in two colors. It came in this green spruce looking color, and it also came in a black is orange on the bottom. I went for both, and I was able to cop these on sneakers. I'm gonna review this colorway. Maybe later I'll get the other one. I'm not hard up to have both colorways because I kind of get the point of the shoe itself. So taking a look at the shoe, initially I was kind of confused because I didn't understand the material. Looking at it online, looking at it in person, I want to say that this material it must be recycled material. I mean, it shows it's real thin material. I'm sure that they thought about having inspiration from, again, like the Japan aspect of footwear, it being totally just, it's a little off the wall as far as design goes. There's like a lot of spotted textures on here. I think it's all in the design of the shoe itself. So we'll start with the sole, which if you look at that sole, that is super thin. So all this is missing. So if you have, I want to say if you have a certain type of arch in your foot, or if you're really flat-footed, this support here on this whole piece is plastic. So going with the sole, it has a very unique design there on that sole. If you can see that, there's a lot of holes in this shoe, and I don't think it's coming from an incomplete aspect. I think they just wanted to make the shoe as unique but as light as possible is what they were looking for with the shoe. But you have that almost kind of it's a very stiff sole. I believe that it's somewhat flexible, and I think that's because of this thin mid piece here, this thin mid piece that's missing. So like I said, you have a lot of holes, but also they stacked on, if you can see, and I'm glad I can hold, if you can see, this is the sole here, and then they stack another harder sole for support, and you'll see it on the back heel there. So you go up past that, and again, if you're looking right there, it says ISPA with a Nike check, and I want to say this is for that arch support, because if it wasn't, you would surely bend. And I put this shoe on, and again, kind of like with the Road Warrior, I kind of had to find my balance. I had to find my balance because it's missing that piece, and if you're not used to having that missing, you get like a weird sensation. You get a weird equilibrium situation happening. But anyway, continuing on. So on the back here, it has pretty much a net material, and you'll see that net at least twice more. So the net again is here, this black net here. Of course, is on this side. And I want to say the design is fairly futuristic. You have the lace locks eyelet type where the shoestrings will go through. The shoestrings are laced with ISPA all throughout them. That's the little pieces that you see there. It says ISPA on it. You have your front. I would say this kind of like a protector to structure the front of the shoe to the heel, so it gives you a more secure fit. What's unique about the shoe, what I like immediately, what I saw was these little lace eyelet pieces. So on one side you have like the little string eyelets all up and down on what would be the tongue and the front part of the shoe, but on the inside you have this hard plastic piece. So they thought about it. They gave it a good once over and decided to, instead of doing it all the same, they wanted something a little more secure, so it's not super flimsy, because the shoe, the material is basically just this mesh net material. I could see it being extremely flimsy. To some people it may look unfinished, but I promise the shoe is finished. It's stitched really well. I don't see it coming undone. Again, I think I missed this, but here you have your heel pull tab and it has a Nike check on the back. So going to the tongue of the shoe, again, the tongue is actually a part of, so the tongue comes off to an extent, right enough for you to get your foot in, but it also is pretty much the same net type of material with a couple unique holes. It has a ISPA pull tongue tab here to make sure you get it nice and tight, and the insole of the shoe designed with the ISPA logo, a lot of holes again. I think they really want you to have the shoe to breathe. They want the shoe to breathe. The thing about it with the shoe I put on, you can't put the shoe on with thick socks. You will not get your feet in the shoe at all unless you went like a whole size up. And who does that? You won't be able to get your feet in this shoe. Right? And if you look, it's kind of giving me like a reptilian type of vibe inside there, and even on there, like a jungle type of vibe. But I think the shoe is I think it's pretty cool. I don't mind it. Am I super crazy about it? I'll be honest, I'm not as crazy about this shoe as I was about the Road Warrior. And obviously, if you watch my video about my review with the Overreacts, I'm not super crazy about this one as I was with this. This shoe is probably the most comfortable shoe that I've put on ever. This shoe right here, the Nike Overreact. But this is a flow video. The shoe is extremely innovative with the silhouette and the stylings of the shoe. There are a couple things that I didn't know how the shoe was gonna be as far as in a description of the shoe goes. Maybe I missed it, but this shoe, pretty much whatever color sock you wear, you'll see it through the mesh of the shoe. If you can see my hand in there, that's because it's see-through. I did not realize that it would be as see-through as that. When I saw the net on it, I was like, oh, okay, cool. But then I looked at the rest of it and you can see through the shoe. You've seen a couple other shoes, well, a few shoes that Nike have made that you can see through them. I didn't know they were gonna do that to this shoe, so it kind of like is a minus for me. That factor doesn't wow me. I would want the shoe to be like solid. Another one is that I can't wear the type of socks that I normally wear with this shoe. These lace eyelets give the shoe a really secure feel. You just have to, again, like with the Road Warrior, you have to find your equilibrium with this shoe. It really it takes a minute to get used to, but a lot of people think that the shoe is ugly or whatever, or it's unnecessary. I feel like with each shoe, they're doing something different. I can respect that and I can appreciate the design that went into it. But I think that's what the ISPA 2020 whole thing is about, being innovative and being forward thinking with the type of footwear that Nike is trying to make. Yeah, this has been the ISPA Flow review, and let me know if y'all liking this shoe. Let me know if you think it's weird. Let me know if it's like a thumbs down. The shoe, when someone first sees it, they're gonna be curious about it, and then they're gonna be like, oh, moving on. So it's no different from all the types of designer shoes that come out with the weird looking things Nike is trying to do with the ISPAs. I'm not crazy about it, but I do appreciate the shoe. But you guys let me know again what you think of the shoe. Make sure that you guys are subscribed down below. This is the Flow 2020 ISPA. We out, Kicks fam. Yeah,